Hello there guys and welcome, it is Aniron here, and today it is time for me to welcome you back to yet another FIFA 17 ratings prediction video. Today we are going right back to the team that finished 6th in the Barclays Premier League, and that is Southampton. I realise some of you Saints fans have been wanting this for quite some time after I skipped them out to do West Ham and Liverpool, which seemed at the time the thing that people wanted the most. But today we are going back to Southampton. Quite a few less players actually to predict today, because quite a lot of Southampton's good players have actually left recently, the likes of Mane, etc. So obviously I'm going to be including Southampton's new signings, the likes of Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg, who signed for them very recently, and also Nathan Redmond, who signed from Norwich about a month ago. You guys don't know the drill by now. We'll go through the predictions for the starting 11, then I'll show you a sort of contrast from my predictions to the team as it was at the start of FIFA 16, and then we'll look at some of the fringe players, maybe some of the new signings, and some of the youth academy players, or young players as well. Now, recently I actually announced I was going to do a FIFA 17 giveaway. That competition ended 2 days ago, and the winner has been announced. It wasn't someone on Twitter, so I couldn't tweet them, unfortunately. But on the screen, hopefully, you're seeing at least the name of the person who won. It was Daniels.Menine. Lovely name. So he is the winner of FIFA 17. Hopefully he'll have been contacted already. Obviously, I will do more giveaways in the future, probably larger giveaways as well, especially when FIFA 17 actually comes out. The likes of sort of Xbox points, G2A cards, stuff like that, because I love to give back to you guys as well. So unlucky to those who didn't win the giveaway, but make sure to stick around because there will be more in the future. But for today, it is time to get into the Southampton predictions, and first of all, we have got the goalkeeper, of course, and that is Fraser Forster, someone who spent quite a lot of time actually out on the sidelines at the start of the season. Usually, I don't change players drastically anyway, who were out for quite some time, but when he came back, Fraser Forster, well, not single-handedly, but did help guide Southampton from 8th, as it was looking, to 6th, and almost 5th, actually, as it was as well. Incredible performances from the English goalkeeper, someone who really does deserve to be above 80, but I've given him still 79 with the potential of 81. That's +3 growth from FIFA 16, and then potential to grow by a further 2, purely because of how much he did when he came back from injury, especially in that Arsenal game where I have no idea how he kept a clean sheet. Absolutely astonishing performance in that game in the Barclays Premier League. After that, we've got Cedric Soares, someone who didn't really feature. He wasn't like the first on the team sheet, let's put it that way, for Southampton throughout the season. He came from Sporting Lisbon. I've given him the same overall as he had in FIFA 16. Now, at the start of FIFA 16, he was 78 overall. I've left him at 78. If you notice, though, I have upgraded a few of his stats, purely because he played very well, actually, in the Euros for Portugal. I haven't given him an actual overall upgrade based on that, because I'm not overly sure EA actually hand out upgrades based on Euros performances or performances with national sides. So I was a little bit sort of, I didn't really know. So I've left him at 78. For Southampton, actually, he wasn't amazing. He was pretty solid, but, you know, sort of steady. But I from what I've seen, okay, Southampton fans may disagree. From what I've seen, though, he was sort of steady. If he plays like he did at the Euros for Southampton next season, I'm sure he will get an upgrade. But I've left him at 78 with the potential to get to 81. After that, we move on to the centre-backs, and someone who's been a solid centre-back in the Barclays Premier League for so long, it's Jose Font. Southampton did have a very good defence this season. It started a little bit shakily in comparison to last season, but I've given Jose Font a +1 upgrade from 81 to 82. I mean, he's been so consistently good in the Premier League for quite some time. I just feel as if he deserves the upgrade. Again, he performed pretty well this season. I think, from my perspective, from an outsider looking in, I feel as if Virgil van Dijk played better than him, just about, in terms of expectations. But I thought Jose Font was very good as well, did very well as well in the Euros, like Cedric Soares did. So I've given him the upgrade from 81 to 82, and then of course the potential to stay at 82 because he's one of the older players in the squad. After that, there was a much younger centre-back, and that is Virgil van Dijk, as I talked about a moment ago. He was 77, I do believe, at the start of FIFA 16. I've given him a +2 upgrade, therefore, to 79. He got into the team of the season. He was the best defender, according to WhoScored.com, in the Barclays Premier League across the entire season. So clearly he deserves an upgrade. I mean, EA give him a team of the season. That usually indicates that someone will get an upgrade, especially when they're so young. And given he is so young, I've given him the potential to grow by a further 5 in career mode. So 79 as a new overall, that's +2 of an upgrade, and then +5 in career mode as well to grow to 84. After that, we've got the left back, and that is Ryan Bertrand. He was 78 at the start of FIFA 16. Another fairly solid season for him. He got, of course, into the England squad, so he must have done pretty damn well. I've given him a +1 upgrade from 78 to 79, and the potential to grow by a further 2 in career mode to 81, because again, he's not one of the oldest players in the squad. He's slightly older than Virgil van Dijk, I think, but I've given him the potential to grow by +2 from 79 to 81. Another solid season for Ryan Bertrand. Whether he is Chelsea quality, I know obviously Chelsea sold him to Southampton, I'm not entirely sure, but he's had another good season at Southampton. I'm sure Saints fans will be very happy that they signed him from the London club. After that, we've got Jordi Clazy, someone who came in with Ronald Koeman, obviously, from the Eredivisie. He was ex-Feyenoord. He was 78 at the start of FIFA 16. I've left him, actually, at 78, because I feel as if he struggled to adapt slightly to the physicality of the Premier League. He's a very small player, quite strong for his size, but still not the strongest of players. I feel as if he had a steady season, not a bad season, hence I didn't give him a downgrade. I feel as if he had a steady season, not exactly a standout player at Southampton, but, you know, had some solid performances. So I've left him the same at 78, and given he's still fairly young, I think he's 23, I've given him the potential to grow by a further 2 to 80 in career mode. After that, though, is someone who had a slight breakout season this time around. I think it's James Ward-Prowse. Another central midfielder. He was 74 on a silver card at the start of FIFA 16. He actually got a January upgrade to a gold card, and that made him 75. I've given him a further +1 upgrade to 76, and I hope for the heavens he gets a new free kick sort of style, because he has a very unique free kick style. Hopefully, actually EA see that and give him that. But anyway, that's completely beyond the point. I've given him then +2 overall from 74 at the start of FIFA 16 to 76, and then the potential to grow to 84, because I do believe he's 20 or 21 years old. And a very good season, though, to James Ward-Prowse. Hopefully, he continues that form for Southampton next season. After that, we've got Dusan Tadic, who was 79 at the start of FIFA 16, and someone I actually thought hadn't had the greatest of seasons this year. Then I looked at his stats, and apparently he got double the assists and double the goals, I think it was, as he did last season. So I've actually given him an upgrade from 79 to 80, and then the potential to stay at 80, because currently on FIFA he has the same potential as his starting overall, so I've kept that trend going into FIFA 17. But a +1 upgrade for Dusan Tadic, and then potential to stay the same, because apparently he's had a very good season when you look at the stats, although from my perspective it didn't seem as if he'd had an amazing season, but obviously he has. So I do apologise for that, Saints fans. I do apologise for that, Tadic. But yeah, upgrade of +1 for him. After that, we've got Nathan Redmond, who of course signed from Norwich to Southampton. He's sort of the replacement, I would say, for Sadio Mane, who signed for Liverpool a few weeks back. I've given him a +1 upgrade from the start to FIFA. He was a silver card and 74. I've given him +1 and 75 for the ex-Norwich man. I don't feel as if he had the greatest of seasons. Obviously, Norwich did get relegated, but I feel as if he did a pretty good job in a sinking ship, realistically. And a team that didn't attack very often, he did still produce quite a few assists and some goals as well. So that's why I've given him the +1 upgrade, and also potential to grow to 82 in career mode. So that's Nathan Redmond. He's now 75, as I predicted him. After that, the final two players, the first of which is Stephen Davis, who's never really been someone that I've ever rated. But he has had a very good season. You know, he scored some crucial goals, went to Northern Ireland with the Euros, helped them into the knockout stages, but had a very solid season for Southampton, scored some crucial goals. So I've given him a +1 upgrade from 76 to 77, and then potential to stay the same as 77 in career mode as well. But again, he did have a very good season. I was very impressed with Stephen Davis. A little bit frustrating at times with his finishing, but then other times he did score some quite good goals. So a +1 upgrade then for Stephen Davis. And then finally, it would have been Graziano Pelle, but he's just signed for a team in China. So we've got Shane Long instead. He was 75 at the start of FIFA 16. Again, a little bit frustrating sometimes when it comes to his finishing, but I have still given him a +2 upgrade to 77, and then potential to grow by a further 1 to 78 in career mode. The main bulk of this upgrade is really because I don't think he deserved to be 75 at the start of FIFA 16 in the first place. I feel as if he deserved to be 76 or 77 anyway. So I've given him that +2 upgrade, and not necessarily because of performances, although he has scored some goals for Southampton this season, but also just because I feel as if 75 was quite harsh in the first place. But now it is time to move on into the contrast between how I've predicted it and how the squad looked at the start of FIFA 16. In the background, you are seeing the squad as I predicted it for FIFA 17. Obviously, if you have any qualms with that, then drop it in the comments section. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what the ratings for Southampton Football Club will be. But now, in the background, you are seeing the contrast, and you are seeing the squad as it was at the start of FIFA 16. Obviously some changes in card colour for the likes of James Ward-Prowse and Nathan Redmond, and also some decent upgrades for the likes, of course, of Fraser Forster, Virgil van Dijk, Shane Long, and also Dusan Tadic. But now it is time to move on into the other players, the younger players, and perhaps players that will be starting on the bench. And first of all, we've got Maya Yoshida. Didn't have a great season. I was tempted to give him a downgrade, but I hadn't seen enough of him in terms of actually playing games. From what Southampton fans seem to say, he didn't have the greatest of seasons. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. That's why I've gone for the benefit of the doubt and left him at 73, which was his stat at the start of FIFA 16. If you disagree, if you feel as if he had a terrible season, Saints fans, then do feel free to drop it in the comment section, but I just haven't seen enough of him to be able to gauge properly what his overall would be, so I've given him the benefit of the doubt. After that, we move on to Matt Targett, who was 66 overall at the start of FIFA 16. I've given him a +4 upgrade to 70. There was quite a decent chunk of the season, actually, where Matt Targett was not only playing but starting games and performing pretty well, actually, as well. I suppose he reminds a lot of people of Luke Shaw, just because they play in the same position, they're from the same nation, from the same youth academy. Whether they have the same play style, I'm not entirely sure. But I've given him a +4 upgrade from 66 to 70, and the potential to grow by a further 12 to 82, because he's obviously a very young player. After that is a bit of an unsung hero, in my opinion, and I can relate to this. He's almost like the Lucas Leiva of the Southampton squad. This is ROMEU, who is a Spanish defensive midfielder. He was 73 and a non-rare silver at the start of FIFA 16. I've given him a +2 upgrade to be a non-rare gold card at 75, because I feel as if he did score, I think, 2 goals this season. When he was called upon, he seemed pretty decent. Not exactly standout, but I think better than 73 overall. So I feel as if the general consensus from Southampton fans that I've spoken to was that he seemed as if he had an okay season. You know, pretty decent season and did the job. I've also given him the potential to grow by a further 4 to 79 in career mode. After that, there was a new signing from Bayern Munich, and this is Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg, who was 73 at the start of FIFA 16 in a silver. I have left him at a silver, but I've given him a +1 upgrade to 74, so still a rare card. I've given him the potential, though, to grow by a further 9 to 83 in career mode, because once again, he is a fairly young player. So I'm excited to see how he does, actually, in the Premier League. Looks as if he's a very mature player. After that is Jay Rodriguez, someone who spent a lot of time out on the injury sidelines, unfortunately, this season. He was 77 at the start of FIFA 16. I have left him the same at 77, the left midfielder, but I've given him the potential to grow by a further 2 in career mode to 79. And then finally, we've got Charlie Austin, who was 77 as well at the start of FIFA 16. I've given him growth of +1 to 78 as a starting overall, and the potential to grow by a further 1 in career mode to 79 as well. He was injured for quite a lot of the season for Southampton, but did perform very well for QPR last season while he was playing in the Championship, hence why I haven't quite given him an upgrade that's any bigger, but I'm sure if he performs again next season for Southampton, I'm sure he will get the upgrade that he deserves. But nevertheless, that is basically it for the predictions video today. Again, if you have any qualms, Saints fans, then drop that in the comments section as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on your predictions for FIFA 17 squad ratings for Southampton. If you did enjoy, though, feel free to hit the likes button, subscribe if you're new around here as well, and comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much. But it's been a pleasure ranting to you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Nah, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex in the girl, nah, that's not me. Lips in the girl, nah, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in